I've been debt free for 1 year now. It's been 1 year since I become debt free. I've never said that out loud. That actually sounds crazy. What's good, YouTube? I go by the name of Q. If you're unfamiliar, if you are familiar, shout out to you. Welcome back to the channel. March 30th, 2020 was the day I made my very last debt payment towards my student loans. I did a last payment live stream video, so if you haven't witnessed that yet, I'll leave a link in the cards for you to go check that out. But here we are again, March 30th, 2021, and it's my 1 year anniversary of being debt free. Nothing has really changed feelings wise, right? I'm a lot less stressed, I'm a lot happier, and I'm a lot more at ease and at peace, right? I talked about that after I made my last payment. That feeling is still intact. I haven't acquired any new debt, which is good. And if you've been following me, I documented this on the channel as well. 5 months after becoming debt free, I was able to build up a $10,000 emergency fund. So all of that discretionary income, the money I was putting towards my debt, I was able to keep and deploy elsewhere. So I keep that emergency fund in a high yield savings account with Ally that garners me a 0.50% interest rate currently, I believe. So my $10,000 is making me money. I haven't had any emergencies yet, and I'm hoping to stay that way. After maxing that emergency fund out, every other dollar, I promise you, almost, I would say 95%. You know, I've been treating myself. I ain't gonna lie. I've been treating myself to a few things, but 95% of that discretionary income has been invested. 2020, I was able to max out a Roth IRA for the very first time. I never even opened a Roth IRA before 2020. So I put $6,000 into that, and I'm already working towards maxing out my Roth IRA for 2021. I'm right at $4,000, and I'm well on my way to maxing that out as well. I managed to put some money into my individual brokerage account, just under $4,000. It's allowing me to do so many more things. So as far as home improvements, I've been able to come out of pocket to fix a lot of things around the house. I've also been able to put some money towards saving for a down payment for a house. That's just under $4,000. And it's unbelievable. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, the feeling is more gratifying than ever 1 year later. Like, it was gratifying becoming debt free, but 1 year later, since I relieved myself from that stress of having debt, from that pressure of paying off the debt, that focus, that, you know, that just the thought of the action of doing it in spreadsheets and checking my account so frequently, that's all gone now. I don't have to think about that anymore. So that's huge. All I'm focused on now is running up the bag. Literally running up the bag. Y'all know, if y'all been following me for some time, my expenses are way down here. I barely spend any money on myself because I have no desire to. All my money goes towards investing and my child. And I give Kara a few nice things here and there because I'm a nice fiance. Damn, did I say that? Did I just say fiance? I didn't say I'm a nice boyfriend. Your boy just got engaged recently, so I spent a couple grand on an engagement ring. So every step of the way, everything how I laid it out back in 2016, the plan that I had from 2016 till now is going exactly how I wanted it to go. Has there been hiccups? Yes. There's been multiple hiccups, but none of them has deterred me. None of them has deterred me at all. I'm still focused. I'm still on it. Like I said, I'm trying to make as much money as I possibly can. I'm trying to save as much money as I possibly can. I'm trying to build out my legacy, build wealth, build my family, and live a life that's actually worth living. Like, I'm not super materialistic. Like, I like a few certain things, but all those material things can wait. I'm focused right now. Like, I'm really sincerely, genuinely on a mission. That's where I am right now, 1 year later after becoming debt free. And I'm not stopping anytime soon. If y'all know, I plan on retiring by the age of 40. I'm 32 right now. I'm 32. So I got 8 years to do that. And in those 8 years, I'm just going to continue to do the same thing times whatever. It's going to be multiplied. It's going to be magnified. And if you're in debt right now, hopefully this video helps you. If you've been out of debt, hopefully you kind of resonate with some of these things that I'm talking about, because I could never fathom that. I could never fathom being where I am right now. I thought about it back in 2016, but it sounded far-fetched. Like, I knew it was possible because it was other people who done it before me that I've seen. But for me personally to be living it, it's almost hard to put in words. Like, I would have to talk your ear off. And, you know, I only want to make these videos so long. Nothing works unless you do is what I've been told. And it's really nice to actually experience it because I've definitely been doing the work. One thing that people never even told me before I started my debt-free journey is that it will change you. It will literally change you. From the moment you start, the further along you go into your journey, you're going to transform in ways that you never even thought possible. I never even thought I would be as savvy with money as I am today because I was so terrible back in the day. I never thought I would become as mature as I am right now, and it's really a testament. So if you're on a debt-free journey, you know what I'm talking about. You know exactly what I'm talking about. You become like a multitasker. You become this little accountant. You become a fund manager. You become all of these things. You become all of these things. And though it may seem tedious and like a lot of work to a lot of people, which is what usually keeps people from starting to get their finances in order, it's the best thing you can do. Starting and completing my debt-free journey has literally changed my life. Pretty much saved my life if I'm being honest. Because ain't no telling where I was headed. Ain't no telling where I was headed back in 2016 because I had a lot going on. And when I started this, completed it, grew through it, grew from it, and continue to grow, the sky is literally the limit. I have family members, literally blood and in-laws, who made a lot of money throughout their working careers, literally millions. And I've had these conversations with them. And in their retirement years, Social Security is their only means of income. So they bought a lot of stuff, right? They lived a little high on the hog. They bought a lot of stuff, made a lot of money, granted, but all they have to show for it is stuff. They didn't pay off a lot of debt. They didn't save a lot of money. They didn't invest a lot of money. And when I had these conversations with them, they told me verbatim that that's one of their biggest regrets. They said, if I was your age and I was thinking like you, I would have been a lot better off. And they give me pats on the back and kudos and all that stuff. And it breaks my heart to hear. And it just reminds me that I'm moving in the right direction. I'm doing the right thing. And that's something that I want everybody else to kind of, take in, I would say. Kind of understand, because a lot of people think, oh, we got time, I got time, we got a lot of time in the world. I graduated high school in 2007. I used to say the same thing. I'm young, I could do this in a little. I'm 13 years removed from high school now. So at 32, I'm wondering where all the time went. So it's no better time to start than right now. Whether you're paying off debt, whether you're investing, whatever you're doing, just get your finances in order so that way you can really do what you want to do. In closing, I'll say, since starting my debt-free journey and creating my channel and documenting everything on my channel, that's helped a lot as well. I've become somewhat of an authoritative figure around debt payoff and finances in general, personal finance. And that's something I never expected. That's something I've never expected, but I'm grateful for it because it just shows that my message is resonating. The amount of comments, DMs, emails, phone calls, everything that I'm getting from my subscribers, from my followers, from everybody on the outside who's actually watching and taking notes and seeing that things are working for me, that makes me feel good. That makes me feel really good, because the more people who gets savvy with their finances, who gets their financial house in order, the better. You can live a much better life if your finances in order, trust me. And I'll close with this. If you are on a debt-free journey, fight through the doubt. Fight through the uncertainty. Fight through how long you think it's going to take you or how long it is taking you. Fight through the third degree from friends and family members who think you're a weirdo and who thinks that you're stupid for paying off your debt. Fight through all of it. Fight through all of it, right? Do what makes sense for you, but definitely don't quit. Because the light will eventually show up at the end of that tunnel. And when you get there, I promise you, it's going to revitalize everything in you. And it's going to make you go hard. It's going to make you want to build wealth. And it's going to make you, reevaluate a lot of things revolving around life in general. Because Money is easy. It's very easy to get wrapped up into. When you don't have to think about it, everything else takes a front seat to that. So I hope this video helped you. I really hope you enjoyed it. If I was long-winded, I apologize, but this is just something I wanted to express. Like, I had a lot to get off my chest, and I appreciate you watching. Like this video if you like it. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't. I go by the name of Q, and like I always say, if Q can make it happen, you can make it happen. I'll let y'all next video. Peace.